So I grabbed this just for the fabric at the Goodwill bins, right? Super soft rayon, love. Got it home and I was like, I like this as a thing. I like this simple rectangular construction, drapey, fun. There's just one problem. Not happening. So, I don't know. I'm not a tiny person. Let's make this bigger. Opal, are you gonna help? Okay, so I don't know how well the color's coming through, but black background, flowers lean towards warm. And so I've been trying to come up with something I could use to make bigger, and failing, because they were all navy. And that would be make bigger and then dye, right? Dye everything and it works together. And then I got this at the same trip on the Goodwill bins. And it is even smaller and really deeply a horrifying color. But the beige works with the warm tones. So, oh, and it's rayon. So the first step is to cut this up and see what we're working with, I think. Not gonna lie, kind of tempted by this pinkish scarf, but it's a very different texture. The other one is too. Nah, I think the other. Alright, good news is that the skirt, such as it is, there's two panels that are that width, that how do you walk? Anyway, the skirt, such as it is a little bit longer than the shirt thing, which is awesome news. Simplifies my life. Next step, I'm going to cut the pockets free so we can start adding. Alright, I balled these two panels into 4 roughly equal sections, and they look even more depressingly like pantyhose now. And I cut what I hope is a vertical line. Actually, I'm hoping that the shiftiness of the fabric will cover my sins. All the way to the shoulder. So, I'm going to take frontsy backsies, and then we'll cut another slit and add even more width with the other two. Hopefully that makes sense. It'll make sense in a minute. That gave me more room than I expected. Rock on. I'm still adding another stripe though, so I'll get video of that process. And shoulders are not sewn up yet. That's that's a concession to my haphazard sewing. They'll be sewn up in a little while. But tell me why I want to embroider this. Why do I think this is a good idea? Anyway, next stripe. This is the side seam. It really makes you realize how tiny this piece was. Anyway, if you're wondering why I didn't do all this cutting at the same time, that is because that would have involved too many pieces being loose at the same time, and I absolutely would have lost at least one of them, and at some point or another sewn one of them on backwards and upside down. Probably not inside out, but yeah. It's always something. And it is good to know our own limitations. For instance, this is how I make sure I'm sewing things together right. Lay everything out the way it's going to be. Cheating, using existing hems, yay. Is it slower? Probably, but it's faster than having to redo it. Alright, hold on just a second. There we go. And then, yeah, I'm going to sew them together like that, so that when they are pulled out flat, well, it gets sewed together like that. And everything's nice and smooth on the inside and can't fray because it's wrapped around itself. Yay! Guess what I just realized? Somehow I just realized that all of this adding width to the shirt in general will definitely show up in the sleeves and make them seem longer. So that's kind of cool. I wonder if that will affect how we want to finish them. No idea at this point. Alright, this is just me screwing around. I had some thread and I had wondered about making this, I don't know, texture, bubbles, cells like on a leaf. I don't know, it's really organic, and I was hoping that if I just did it for a minute, inspiration would strike and I would suddenly know how to do it fast. And that, at least, is not the case thus far. However, no harm in getting practice, right? And it is pretty and doesn't not fit with the rest of the shirt. So apparently I just really love embroidery or something. I thought I was sick and tired of it, but then I'm like, no, I want to keep going. So I gave myself permission to keep just, I don't know, screwing around, doing whatever popped into my head for the duration of a skein of embroidery floss. After I, where are you? Oh, there. After I took these at the shoulder seam, sewed them together, cut it off, and finished that off. And so now it's, I don't know, it exists. Existing is good. Is wearable? No, I need to sew the pockets back on, don't I? I never took the pockets all the way off. I left them attached at the side seam, and now they get to go over the beige fabric. And to me that looks more integrated. And also, one more thing. Where are you? This. What happened here? This is the collar, and somebody just like hacked it off. So I'm gonna have to fold that under itself. Stitch it up. So, deeply annoying news. I finally admitted that I hate the beige fabric. No, I hate the color of the beige fabric. It's still rayon, and I like the crinkly, and let's go toss it in a pot of tea and see if I regret my decisions, huh? Wow, it just like soaked up all the tea. I'm supposed to get these things wet before I... Whatever, at least it'll be a different beige, a darker beige. Oh, that, if you're worried about me, those are ant bites. Ants just love me. The feeling is not mutual. Alright, honestly, it's barely a difference, but it's enough. It's enough I'm happy. It's a little bit darker. So, I'm wondering, do I want a button there? Like, would that be convenient? I think that would be... What do you think? No clue. Other than the button question, there's only one more thing I want to do, I promise. One more thing. So the something else is this. It's lovely, it's shiny, it's some kind of novelty yarn. I want more of it, but also I want to use all of it up. And I want to see, I don't know, how far a ball that size gets us. So my thought is that I will start, where'd my needle go? At the back of the collar, and that way I can zig and zag back and forth to my heart's content, and I won't have to worry too much about where the ball wants to end. Like, do I have enough of this stuff to, darn it. Why is talking and doing things at the same time so difficult? So I don't have to worry about whether or not I have enough decorative thread stuff remaining to complete a design symmetrically, right? So, at least that's a thought. And so I'm going to spend a long time sewing this stuff down. Starting like that. Going, yeah, doubling back, so it's really attached now. That's good. I seem to have decided on a kind of blobby, frondy situation for down along the collar. Makes no sense with that. There we go. That continues up to the shoulder seam, actually. And so I'm going to try and be very slightly symmetrical with this. And then I'm not going to add any more detail. Like I'm just going to outline this over and over again until I run out of applique? Crap. Couching material, because I am couching this to my shirt. And it goes pretty fast when you're going in a straight line. When you're going in squiggles, it takes a minute. Just wanting to say that running straight over the stripes and also over the embroidery with this, what did we decide it was? Couching, is kind of the point. Like, I really, really like the layering effect of it. And also, I know I'm not doing a complicated design, but even if I was, if you're hand sewing this sort of thing, you don't need to plan it out in advance. You're going so slowly that by the time you have to make that decision, you will have made up your mind. And probably come up with some other cool ideas. So by all means plan, but just, yeah, give yourself the ability to change your sketch as you're stitching along. I'm down to this much. And I don't know, like halfway through with the second big frondy mess. So the fronds on the front exist, so I'm not worried about running out of cording mid-pattern, right? And so in order not to be bored, I'm going to keep making small decorative decisions in the center back. And just keep tracing, going over and over the cords, otherwise making them thicker, because visual weight. I'm already worrying about running out of the cording because of who I am as a person, but oh my goodness, look. 3 is the magical number of all wedged together. See, there's 2. 3 looks so good, oh my goodness. I love it. Should have crammed all these together, and then I'd have that same effect, but no, I spaced them out. Something that is, in retrospect, incredibly obvious. Squiggles use up an astonishing amount of material if you're looking to use up. But make a dramatic statement. That works. And it's nice and organic and easy to follow. So I've done both sides of squiggles, made it all the way back to the back panel, and this is how much I have to play with. I honestly don't know how this is going to go. So I finished off the cordage stuff, and wow, I suck at symmetry, but I love it so much. Every time I go in the secondhand shop from now on, I will be looking for shiny yarn. Oh my goodness. As an aside, that's how much color we got out of the tea. Barely any, just enough to make me happy. And there. Decided to do a button because why not? Why not do a button? I mean... I'm not a minimalist. We know this. Let's go do a reveal.